Times when I've forgotten to hit record. Okay, thank you, ladies, for joining me today. And I'm really sorry about the confusion in the timing. I'm not quite sure what went wrong, but thank you for making the time to join me today on this free webinar. Okay, can someone confirm you're seeing my slides, etc., clearly, please? Yes. Okay, let's get started. Now, as you may know, I've been running a series of webinars and we've covered a whole lot of topics, right from how to structure your offers to where and how to connect with your target market, mastering sales conversations, as well as how to create copy that converts, how to write content that converts. And today we're kind of going to bring it together by creating an overall strategy and overall blueprint for your business to help you get to those 5-figure months, to help you get to those consistent 5-figure months, right? Because it's not about hitting it just once. You need to be able to recreate that every single month. Make sense? Are you guys ready? Are you ladies ready? Sorry. Okay, let's get started. For this is the flow that I'm going to follow on this workshop. A quick introduction, who I am in case you don't know me, and a quick introduction to you. Who are the kind of women that I work with, and who are the kind of women this advice would really, really work for. Because anyone who tells you that their advice works for anyone and everyone is, well, kind of taking you for a ride. Okay. We're going to start with a quick visualization exercise to help you tune into what it is that you really want. Oh, wait, not quite what you want, but to tune into what those 5-figure months feel like for you. Because it's important to know where you want to get. It's important to know where you want to go. Okay. We'll then talk about the most common issues that I see holding women back. Why do most people struggle to hit those consistent 5-figure months? Then we'll evaluate whether your business model is truly scalable. Now, this is an important one because a lot of times women tend to avoid looking at the numbers in their business. Okay, and just a few numbers, just some basic math can help you see whether your business is actually set up for success, whether it's actually set up to be scalable or not. Okay. Then I'm going to show you how to create stacked offers, what I call stacked offers, which is a very strategic way to build up your repertoire, so to speak, to build up that traction in your business and get better results, get more results by doing less work. I'm going to also talk a bit more about my program, my next program called the More Bootcamp. If you haven't already seen me talk about it all over the internet, this is your chance. Okay. After that, I will announce the winner for the share challenge. And if we have time, if you guys want to stay on, we will do a couple of quick reviews of your offers and your business model. Okay. Whatever we've discussed here in evaluating your business models or creating your stacked offers, if you need help on that, we'll do it here. Depending on the amount of time we have left, I will randomly choose 1 or 2 people for this. Okay. Make sense? Are you ladies ready to start? Please give me a yes or a no or something in the chat box. Let me know if you're ready. Okay, let's go on. So in case you don't know me, my name is Richa Jain and I'm an online business strategist. In the past, in the many different career avatars I've had, I've also been a web designer. I've also been a freelance copywriter and a tech writer. I have also been a techie in the corporate world for close to 14 years. And my credentials, my official credentials are in tech. I have a master's degree in technology and I hold 2 tech patents. But for the last couple of years, I've been helping women create their online business, create and grow their online business. I'm a single mom and I'm located in India, in a really I live in the outskirts of a small town in India. What I really believe in is creating a business that's based not just that not just to purely make money, but in creating businesses that are about making more of a positive impact in the world, helping change the world through the work that you do. So businesses that are passion based, purpose driven, and I also believe in keeping things as simple as possible, even when there's complicated tech involved. Okay. And the way I run my business and the way I help clients run their business is a combination, is trying to get a balance, achieve a balance between the feminine and the masculine way of working. I don't like hustle, hustle, hustle. I don't like working 24/7. I love working in the flow, in the moment, being open to receiving and growing my business from a more feminine space. I hope that makes sense to you guys. If not, feel free. I would love to discuss this with you separately. Just PM me and we can talk about the feminine and masculine way of doing business. Okay. A bit about the kind of women I work with. Now, I'm kind of choosy about who I work with. I work purely with heart centered women entrepreneurs, women who are driven by a passion, a purpose to make the world a better place. Their business is about, yes, being the best version of themselves, but also helping change the world in the process. Making good money, doing work that they love. That's the kind of women I work with. Okay. If you're in it purely for the money or purely to make a quick buck, sorry, we're not going to be a good match. I don't teach get rich quick schemes. I can't help you with that. Okay. So I hope all of you here, resonate with this, and this is the kind of business you want to build. Okay. Now, everyone still with me? Now, I know all of you here have signed up to learn more about how to create that consistent income in your business, preferably consistent 5-figure months. But before we jump into that, I would love for you to just take 5 minutes and do this small visualization with me, a dream time exercise, if you will. So if you can all just take a few minutes and close your eyes, get comfortable in your chair or on the sofa, wherever you are. Okay. Are you guys up for this? Someone please give me a yes in the chat box, because if you guys don't want it, doesn't make sense for me to do it. But I honestly, I believe it's a powerful exercise. So let's do it. Just get comfortable in your chair or on your sofa, wherever you are. Close your eyes and take a deep breath in and out. And in and out. Be aware of where the breath enters your body, where the external meets the internal. Be aware of the breath as it flows through your body, going down your windpipe, into your lungs, and from there into your arms, into your legs, into your feet. Every breath that you take, be aware of it as it flows through your body. In and out. In and out. And as you tune into yourself, as you become aware of yourself and your body and your breath, settle in. Settle in with yourself. And as you become one with yourself, you see this bright, shining, shimmering door materialize in front of you. It's open just a small little bit, and you can see that there's something amazing on the other side. So you walk towards that door. And as you walk towards it, you know that there is not just something beautiful behind it, but that it's a doorway into your future. Into that time when you're already making a consistent 5 figures every month in your business. You just know it's there behind that door. And so you gently open that door and you step in. You step into a wonderful new world where your business brings in an amazing income every single month. You feel abundant. You feel safe. You feel secure. You know that in your bones that you are safe and that you just have this calendar full of ideal soul clients who are looking forward to working with you that day and that you are looking forward to work with. And after your client calls, you know exactly what you need to do in your business to grow it even more, to help even more people. And you step up to be seen, to be visible, to make an impact, to help change the world, to help transform your clients' lives in such a powerful way. And when your business day is done, you step back to enjoy life fully, to be present with your loved ones, to be present with yourself, to experience life fully. You know you have a wonderful vacation coming up and that it's all planned out, everything paid for, all the bookings done. And you know for once, you don't feel stressed out at the thought of a vacation. Your business will do just fine, even if you go away on holiday. And you know that your children, your spouse, your family, your loved ones love having you around this way without the stress, without the, constantly being glued to your computer, where they have your attention, where they have you present. Just feel into what this is for you, how it shows up for you, where you see yourself, how you feel. I'll give you a few moments. Just feel into this. Get comfortable with your future self. Make friends with her. Tune into her. Ask her if there's anything she needs to tell you or she wants to tell you. Okay. And once you've tuned into this feeling, once you've been able to anchor into this feeling, give her a big hug and come back through the door to the present, to the now, and get comfortable in your own body again. And when you're ready, gently open your eyes. And I'd love for you to share in the chat box how this felt for you. How do you feel now? How did it feel seeing your future, interacting with your future self? Were you able to anchor into that feeling? Okay. Now I know these exercises can be a bit intense, so I'll give you guys a few minutes. Tune into it, but I'd love for you to share what you're feeling, what you've experienced. It'll help you anchor it in. Leela says she's telling me to chill. Wendy says it felt strong and calm. Emma says she came in late, but yes, it was good. Okay. Now, I know this is supposed to be a business training, a business strategy webinar, but some of you would be aware of this. Some of you are aware of energy and how it affects us and how it impacts us. I wanted you to be able to tune into that energy of what it would be like, what it would feel like when you're already getting those consistent 5-figure months. Because that is your driving factor. That is what will help you move ahead and make the right decisions at the right time. Choose the right strategies, choose the right implementation, choose the right way to move ahead in your business. Make sense? Okay. I was a bit hesitant about whether to do this exercise at the beginning or at the end, because the last time I did it, in the last webinar, everyone kind of went into this trance or dreamlike state and quite a few people fell asleep. So I hope you're all awake and alert and back with me now. Can we move ahead? Can someone give me a yes in the chat box so I know that you guys are ready to move ahead with the actual business strategy part of things, right? Okay, so if you have been stuck in startup mode, if you've been stuck in startup mode for a while, okay, I don't need to define startup mode, you guys know what it is. But if you've been in that space where you've done course after course and signed up for program after program, and it's been not just a few months, but a few years, and your business still isn't bringing in that consistent income, okay? If you're in that mode, and I know that there are many, many, many women in that mode, because honestly, there is enough research, there is stats that show that 90% of the people who sign up for courses never end up completing them. There are some big name courses that I am part of that have like 10,000 people over the last 5 years have signed up for that course. But when you look at the kind of questions people are posting or the kind of comments, you realize that most of them still haven't gotten their business off the ground. Now, the first thing I want you to know, if you are stuck in startup, it's not your fault. That's the way most of these courses are designed. They're designed to be generic. They're designed to give you some specific information or teach you some particular strategy without quite taking into account that you are different, that you are unique, your business, your expertise, your skills, your strengths, your weaknesses, your mode of learning, the best way of working is unique to who you are. And that generic principles don't often apply. Okay. Now, when women are stuck in startup for a long time, I know that it comes down to one of these two things. The first one is the internal talk, what's going on inside their heads. Now, a lot of women, or most women actually, struggle with the imposter syndrome. That feeling that I'm not enough, that I don't know enough, who am I to do this, who am I to charge so much? Okay. And honestly, more often than not, it's not justified. It is conditioning, it's social conditioning, the way we've been programmed to forever question ourselves and question our worth as women. It's more common amongst women than men. Men in general have much more confidence, even if they're equally qualified, even if they're equally capable. Men have much more confidence. They believe that they're capable of so much more. Women, on the other hand, tend to doubt ourselves. Okay? So it's a combination of the internal and the external. It's having women, it's not purely mindset. Some would say it is mindset, but honestly, it's more than just the mindset. It's social conditioning, it's energy, it's the world around us, it's the constant messages we are bombarded with that lead us to question ourselves and doubt ourselves. And also, the whole lot of mixed signals we get from the outside world. On one hand, telling us that as women, we can do anything we want, that anything is possible. But when you step up to do it, there's a glass ceiling. Whether you're running your own business, whether you are in corporate, whether you're a mom or whether you don't have kids, there's an invisible glass ceiling that women come up against sooner or later in their career, in their business. So, and then the next part is the knowing on how to build an online business. It's fine to be an expert in what you do, but it's a whole different ball game to build an online business around it. You need to learn the business of business and not knowing where to start or what to do. Now, this part can usually be addressed by courses and programs. But this internal stuff, it requires deeper work. Stepping into who you are, owning your power, and having the courage to be yourself authentically. That's what it takes. Okay. Now, in all of that, a lot of, like I mentioned, a lot of this internal stuff is caused by external pressure or external conditioning. And there's also that thing of, chasing shiny objects. Once you start learning about online business, it turns into an endless rabbit hole because you learn that, okay, you need strategy, but then to implement the strategy, you need to learn how to create videos. And for that, you need to learn how to create a landing page and have an email list and send out email newsletters and create a funnel, etc., etc., etc. One thing follows the other. And this is aggravated by marketing, a whole lot of marketing that promises you that this is just what you need. Fix this one thing and you will be making 6 figures, or fix this other thing or follow my 7-step strategy and your business is made, you'll be making 6 figures. So it's a lot of such false promises that we get caught up in that keep you stuck in that mode of learning, eternal learning, without a clear direction or path about how or whether at all of that learning really applies to your business. Are you guys with me so far? Does it make sense? Have you gone down that rabbit hole of signing up for course after course and not implementing that stuff? Am I making sense? Okay. Is there any other stuff that has been holding you back? I think the internal and the external covers it, right? The internal mindset stuff and the external marketing, programming, conditioning that holds us back as women. Now, when you can see that, the next time you come up against a block or against oh my God, can I do this? Oh my God, does this make sense in my business? You can step back and evaluate. Is this an internal thing or is this external programming? And you can tune into that feeling, the exercise, the visualization exercise that we just did, about what it feels like, what life will feel like when you've already achieved those consistent 5-figure months. Tune into that and evaluate, does this help me get there? Does this program, does this course, does this tutorial, does this webinar help me get one step closer to that feeling? So now you have a compass to steer by. You have a North Star to steer by. I like to call this the future you exercise or the North Star exercise, to give you a guiding light or something to steer by to help you make those business decisions. Okay? It's a very simple concept. So going ahead, will you guys please use this every time you need to decide, is this program worth investing in? Is this something that I want to do? Okay? Now, one reason that all of those programs fail or don't quite give you the success you need is because they address just one piece of the puzzle. I say this often, that building a business is like putting together a 1,000-piece jigsaw puzzle where you don't quite have the end picture. Okay? There's no one right way to do it. Anyone who tells you that this is the way to do it, stay away from them. If they tell you that there's only one right way, if they have a secret formula or a perfect foolproof strategy, Please do not listen to them. That is just marketing. Because there is no one right way to put together the pieces of a jigsaw puzzle. You have to start with what you have, what you get in front of you, and figure out the best way to put those pieces together. Okay? Because, like I said earlier, I think Dawn is with us on this call, and she would understand what I'm. She works with human design. Now, it's important to understand that not everyone learns the same way. Not everyone works the same way. I kept signing up for video course after video course, and I just couldn't get around to implementing them. I couldn't sit and watch those videos. Part of the reason was that I am not, I have a problem with authority. I don't like being told what to do. I'm a bit of a rebel. And here were those gurus telling me in their videos after video that I must do this. The way I work is I would love to be given a couple of options and then choose my best path forward. That's how I work. Everyone is different. Some people like to be given a foolproof formula. Some people prefer learning through audio. Some people like reading and learning. I learn better when I read instead of watching a video. So the same thing holds for you and for your business. Your business has a unique character and a personality of its own. You are unique, just like everyone else in the world. Your business is unique, just like every other business in the world. And you need to find your own path to put those pieces of the puzzles together. I know that may not be the kind of answer some of you were looking for. You would have loved if I provided you a foolproof 10-step method or something to grow your business. But I don't believe in formulas. Okay? I don't believe in formulas. They haven't worked for me. What I do believe is giving you options, showing you what's worked for me, for other people, and helping you choose. So, in the rest of this, that's what I'm going to help you figure out. Oh, and a shameless plug here. I was recently introduced to human design. Until then, yes, I had done different personality quizzes and understood my sun type, my moon type, etc. But the pieces didn't come together until I started looking at human design. So if you'd like to learn more about your biz, etc., and human design and your way of working, see if you want to get in touch with Dawn. She's here on the call live with us. That's a total side note. Okay. So what it really takes to grow your business. Again, people will promise you all kinds of different things, that grow your YouTube following, grow your Insta following, do something else. It's not those tactics that really help you grow your business. You need to have the right mindset, an unshakable belief that you can do this, that you can achieve those 5-figure months, that you can make it happen, that you will find your way ahead, that you will find the right learning, the right guidance. Okay, so an unshakable belief that it is possible. 2, the right strategy. You have to know where you want to go, and you have to have the right plan or the map to get there. Imagine if you set off driving from Sydney to, let's say, Brisbane, without a map. Now, that may not be the best example because I don't know if there's like just one highway connecting those two places. But what if you take off on a road trip without a map? What happens? You end up wandering around, you end up getting lost, which is fine if you're just along for the ride. But if you want to get somewhere, if you have an end goal, you need a plan to get there. And that's what strategy is all about. Figuring out the right strategy to help make those 5-figure months possible. I find that people skimp on the big plan, on the big picture strategy for their business, and instead work on, for example, their YouTube strategy or their Instagram strategy or their Facebook strategy without mapping out the larger picture of how those individual things plug in to the big picture for their business. Okay? And that's one of the things we're going to cover here. Now, energy, the energy that you bring to the table, the energy of the world around you. Some of you here, I know, understand energy. But it's the unseen. The mindset is within you, it's in your head. The strategy is a roadmap. Like uh, the energy is everything else that influences you. And then the fourth pillar is implementation. Implementation, that's how you execute all those finer details. Like, yes, you need to make a funnel, but what is your freebie really about? How have you written out the content in that freebie? Does it connect? Does it resonate? Does it make an impact? Do your emails, does the rest of your content marketing connect and make an impact? That's where the implementation really matters. It's not about creating 100 blog posts or 1,000 podcasts. It's about how well they connect. That's where the implementation comes in. Okay. Are you guys with me so far? Make sense so far? Okay. And now that we have the basics of it down pat, the behind the scenes stuff, let's start looking at numbers. I want you to step back and evaluate whether your current business model is scalable. Now, oftentimes when people come to me for one-on-one consult, they'll say something like, oh, I want to start a course, I want to launch a group program. Or they say, I'm going to help this kind of person with this one-on-one coaching. Now, to be clear, one single offer is not a business model. One single course is not a business model. A solid business model should have a combination of things. But because all of you are experts in a field and you started this business to take that skill, that expertise out there into the world, most of you started with offering one-on-one services. That's a great starting point. You don't have to create a ton of videos beforehand. You don't have to do a lot of other prep and tech and things. You can just get started. You can start looking for clients. And if someone's willing, you can start helping them. So it's a really easy and honestly the best way to get started. The problem happens when people get stuck in that mode forever, when they continue doing one-on-ones forever. Now, if that's been you, if you have been doing one-on-ones sessions only for a long time, and let's say you start out doing one-on-one sessions at $100 an hour, how many hours would you have to work to actually create a 10K month? Simple math. You'd have to work for 100 hours. That is 100 client-facing hours. And if you've been in business a while, you know that it's difficult to sign up 100 clients. It's not impossible, but it is difficult. It means you need to have a certain kind of reach and a certain kind of visibility. And 100 clients a month or 100 working hours, client-facing hours a month breaks down to 25 hours a week. Now, a full work week is considered 40 hours. To get 25 hours of client-facing time a week, you would need at least another 25 hours of marketing, roughly, especially if you've been using social media or organic ways to build your following and to source your clients. If you're using paid ads, then yes, you can just throw money at it and get more leads. It's not as simple as throwing money at it. You still need to iron out a lot of things in the process, but you don't have to spend that time. But if you've been getting your clients organically through contacts and social media presence and those kind of things, then to get 25 hours of client-facing time, you would have to put in at least another 25 hours of marketing time, which means you'll be working 50 hours a week. And I'm sure that's not what you guys want. That's not what you ladies want. Agreed? Is there anyone here who would be comfortable or who'd be willing to work 50 hours a week to make that 10K a month? Yes, no, please share in the chat box. I want to know if I am gauging you guys right. And for some reason, Zoom is not showing me the chat box easily. Okay, so yes, I don't see anyone who'd be willing to work 50 hours a week, right? The same thing holds for courses, right? If you've created your first course, if it's the first e-course or program you're creating, people usually like to start low at $100 for the program. I started my website bootcamp at $97. But even at that price point, do you think it's a low entry point? You would still need to get 100 new students each month. Okay. Unless you are such an expert, unless you've already established yourself to the tune of where you can create a course for $1,000, and then you would need just 10 new students each month. Okay. Now, this is just an example. I don't know specifically how your business is set up, but can you take a minute to do the math for yourself? Have any of you been stuck in this kind of model or this kind of mode for a while, where you're trying to sell one-on-one sessions at, say, $100 or $140 an hour? Right? Emma says yes. Okay. So do you see how this kind of business model is not scalable, whether you're doing one-on-one or whether you're doing low-end e-courses? It is not scalable to get you to that 10-figure month, unless there's always an exception to everything, unless you hire a couple of experts, create the right kind of funnel where, you can pump in $5,000 into Facebook ads every month and sell courses worth $10,000. There are people who do that, and there are people who think that's a great business model. But if you're a heart-centered woman entrepreneur, if you believe in connection and service rather than just throwing money at Facebook, then chances are high that you're doing this, that you're running one-on-one sessions. Okay, make sense? So does this give you an idea of how to evaluate whether or not your business is scalable? Can you do the math? I won't ask you to publicly share it, but can you do the math for yourself? Can you run the numbers for yourself? That if you were working full-time at full capacity, how much would your business actually enable you to generate every month? Go do those numbers on the side, probably after the call. Take a good hard look at your business model and see whether it's set up to take you where you really want to. Okay. Okay. So the options, if you realize that your business model is not scalable, you have an option to go for quality versus quantity. You could, or rather this is one of the things that I see women doing a lot, start offering more variations of a $100 offer. So for example, if you're a new business coach, okay, so you can offer a $97 session on how to create the right offer, or you can offer a $100 session on how to nail your niche, or how to nail your messaging, or how to create content. You could offer $100 sessions on a wide variety of things. And I often see people doing that, changing their offers every few weeks and hoping that something sticks. Okay. So Dawn says, I was running in-house full-day courses and now moving to one-on-one and transitioning to online courses. Great, Dawn. Let's get to the stage. Let's just hang on for the next slides. I'll show you a couple of other ways that you can grow. Okay. So the most common thing that women do is start offering variations of their $100 offer. Now, this is great to experiment and to nail your niche, to see what kind of messaging and what kind of offer your target market really resonates with. But if you keep doing this month after month, year after year, you're still going to be stuck in that. You're still going to be stuck here, right? It doesn't help you grow. Once you've experimented with different kinds of offers and figured out your niche, you need to move ahead. Similarly, a lot of women, okay, I made a course about this for $97. Now I'm going to make another course, another $97 course, or a third and a fourth $90 course. Now, both of these options means that you have to go for quantity over quality. As in, you have to sell more courses. And at a $100 price point, there's only so deep you can go. There's only so much value you can provide without burning yourself out. Okay. So you'd have to figure out a way to grow your following massively, to reach a larger number of people so that you can make this $100 offer or course work for you. The other option is to target quality, to provide a higher value, to provide more value at a higher price point. Do you guys see what I'm getting at? It's important to remember that your clients, your people are not paying for your time. They are paying for results. Stop selling yourself by the hour. I'd highly recommend that at some point of time, once you've nailed your niche, once you've identified what it is that you're really, really good at and passionate about, and you want to grow your business in full time, stop selling your services by the hour and instead look at what higher value you can provide. People do not pay for your time, people pay for results. And people honestly don't care about your degrees or the qualifications, the number of initials, alphabets after your name. What they care about is the results that you can help them achieve and the results that you've gotten for other clients. That is what they care about. So, if you keep this in mind, what value can you provide at a higher end? What kind of value can you provide instead of $100 for $500? What kind of value can you provide for $1,000? What kind of value can you provide for $3,000? Now, this is a very individual answer. I can't quite tell you exactly what you should provide. It depends on your business. But does this make sense? Do you see the difference between offering more at a lower price point versus adding value at a higher price point? Okay, this slide is messed up. This should have been 20 into 500 would get you $1,000. So if you were able to sell just 20 at 20 packages at 500 each, it would get you $1,000 as compared to the 100 hours you'd have to sell at $100. If you can charge something at $1,000, then you need to just sell 10 of those things to make your 10K. And if you can create something that people would happily pay $3,000 for, then if you sell just 4 of them, you've made 12K for the month. This is very simple math. And yet, you remember the first thing that we talked about, the internal dialogue, the imposter syndrome? A lot of people get scared, a lot of clients get scared when I ask them, what can they create? What kind of value can they provide for $1,000? Because as women, we come up against that mental block. Who am I to charge so much? Oh my God, no one's ever going to pay me so much. Oh my God, that's impossible. Have any of you run into these kind of mental blocks? Have any of you tried increasing your prices? What comes up when you increase your price? Have you tried creating higher end packages? What came up for you? Were you able to do it easily, or did you feel a resistance? Michelle says, all of those messages popped into my head. Yep. Michelle, you're not the only one. That's what happens. That's what happens to every single one of us. And that's why you need a mentor or someone to help you through those blocks, who can hold up a mirror to you and tell you when it's the internal dialogue that's holding you back, or point out if there's an external factor holding you back, so that you can see beyond it, so that you can work around it. Okay. So do you guys see that by changing your business strategy, by creating higher end packages, how it would make your life easier? Now, the thing with higher end packages, once you move to higher end packages, you will find that it changes your business model quite a lot. The kind of people who would buy, your audience, your target market would need to change a bit, or maybe a lot. Okay. Your messaging would need to be fine-tuned. The value proposition, you have to showcase the right value proposition of the services you offer. It is no longer enough to say, sign up for a 1-hour session with me if you want ABC. That's not enough. You have to showcase, you have to highlight the true value of what you're bringing to the table. So everything quite changes. Your business model changes. Make sense? Okay. Now, the thing about, you remember this earlier slide where I talked about creating more variations of the $100 offer. Now, the problem with that is when you keep creating different kind of courses or different $100 offers, you need to create quite a lot of marketing content because each of those different offers needs to be marketed differently. Each of those courses needs to be marketed differently. For example, one client of mine she dealt with medical marijuana. Okay, so she had one course to help people with chronic back pain, another course to help people with some kind of skin issues, and a third course to help people figure out how to use medical marijuana for some other ailment. Now, do you see for all of these how she had to create different kind of marketing, targeting different kind of people, figure out ways to reach them, create content to connect with them, etc., etc. So you see how untenable or unviable that is in the long run. But instead, what I help clients do, and I will be covering this kind of stuff in the more boot camp. I'm jumping a bit ahead of myself, but I will show you how to do this more deeper or help you do this in the more boot camp. It's a simple concept really, creating stacked offers. And this is what a lot of women struggle with. If you can decide a niche, if you can commit to growing your business in one vertical, then you can create stacked offers for it. Stacked offers mean you're solving the same problem, but at a different level, in different ways, providing different value at different price points. So you solve, say, 5% of their problem at $100 with $100 one-on-one or $100 e-course. You provide more value in a $500 package, even more value at $1,000, and even more yet higher value at a $5,000. I'm not sure if I'm able to explain this correctly, but are you guys getting what I'm saying? Let me give you a concrete example. So as a business strategist, right, I help women start and grow their online businesses. But different clients need a different level of help and can afford different price points. So what I can do is create, for example, a simple e-course or a membership program at $100. The e-course could be something like get your first 3 clients, or a membership site. I'm actually going to start a membership site next month, which will help walk you through the different aspects, you remember those pieces of the puzzle? So how to set up your email, how to set up your website, how to get your first 3 clients, how to learn sales conversations, how to nail your niche, small videos on each of these in a membership site. So I can easily price that at $100. So that's the lowest level, that's the starting level. Then the next service could be at $497 or $500, a 4-week course or a 4-week group program where I help people nail their niche. It's the next level up. So people who've already done either my entry-level course or something and need a bit more help can join a smaller 4-week group program, or this can be a 90-minute session with me or a 2-hour session with me. And for those who are further along their business and want even more support, can sign up for a one-on-one package with me. This could be 5 sessions or 10 sessions or 12 sessions, depending on where you are. And the highest end would be usually done for you services. So I could provide a complete rebrand of their business for those people who are looking to completely change their business direction, create a new brand, create a new website, create a new, help them streamline a new set of offers, new market, new marketing content, everything done for you at this price point. So do you guys see how you can stack your offers? So it's one vertical growing their businesses. And depending on where they are in their business journey and how much they're willing to invest at this point of time, I can offer them different sets of services. And the marketing doesn't have to be different. I mean, the core of my marketing content is the same things. Whether you are just starting out your business or whether you are pivoting and turning your business around, you will need to get clear on your target market and where and how to connect with them. You will need to get clear about your offers. You will need to get clear on how to drive traffic. It's the same set of things, but the level at which I help you is different. As we go higher up the pyramid, my help becomes more personalized, more intense. Make sense? Is this giving you some ideas about how you can create your own pyramid or your own stacked offers? Okay. Now, the reason I talk about this is once you commit to one particular vertical, now this is a very difficult part for most women entrepreneurs, especially those who are multi-passionate and know that they can help with, they can help people in so many different ways. Okay? For example, I can do copywriting, I can do web design, I can do business strategy, I can do launch support. There is 100 different ways I can help women grow their business. It's been difficult for me to put on blinders and say, this is what I'm going to focus on. And I know many of you are multi-passionate and have had the same issue. So the most difficult part is choosing one vertical to establish yourself as the expert in. And once you do that, create different priced packages or different priced ways of working with you, okay, and provide different levels of value. Make sense? Now, I know some of you are going to have trouble coming up with the kind of ideas of what can you provide at $1,000 or what can you provide at $5,000, things like that. Towards the end of this call, I'll randomly, depending on the amount of time we have left, I'll randomly choose people and I'll help you map that out. Now, let me just share my screen, and I wanted to show you why this is important. Can you see my screen? Can you see the Excel sheet? Okay, now this is just to show you how those 10K months, how to make those 10K months happen or how to create a blueprint for those 10K months. This is a very simple table I've made. This is the price point of your service. This is the number of units you'd have to sell. This is how much you would make by selling that and the total, what it comes up, what your monthly total comes up to. Okay, so now if you were going to make 100K purely by selling $100 an hour sessions, you'd have to sell 100 of them, okay, to get to that 10K. But when you have stacked offers, if you can sell one $5,000 package and say $2,000 packages, you're already at this number. Okay, if you add in, say, so how many total clients do you have to? So you only have to sign up 12 clients in that month. 1 at your highest end package, 2 at this, 5 at this, 4 at this. Now this is just an example. I'm not saying that you have to create packages at these price points, but this is to give you an example of how when you create stacked offers, you can leverage your marketing and sign up way lesser clients to get your 10K. If you were to just, forget all the others and just sign up 2 $5,000 clients, you're already set for the month. Make sense? Are you guys still with me? The chat box has gone silent. Okay, yes. Okay, so making sense? Are you guys already coming up with ideas on how to create higher end packages? Perfect. Now, this is not a revolutionary idea. It's so simple that most people forget about it, that most people ignore it, and end up spending all their time and energy trying to sign up more $100 per hour clients. If you can step back from that, if you can step back and stop selling your time in exchange for money and instead sell value, sell packages, help people get specific results, then your life becomes so much easier. You don't have to spend so much time hustling and selling and marketing. Okay, let me get back to these slides. Okay, so you need, now I cannot tell you on a webinar what kind of packages to create at $1,000, $3,000, or how to fine tune your marketing. You will have to figure out what works for you. Yes, if you sign up for the More program, I will help you do that. I will help you figure out those packages and I will help you figure out the marketing. But ultimately, you need to figure out what works for you. I've seen many people sign up for one-on-one session with me where I help them map out this kind of plan. I help them map out one-on-ones, group programs, higher end packages, and I show them how to stack them, when to launch what over the year. Okay, and they walk away with perfect clarity and amazed at the plan, but then they don't go out and do the work. That's what really matters, right? It's not just about creating a plan, but doing the work. Now, for example, this is one of the wonderful women I helped map out a 6-figure year, how she could achieve $1,000 income within 1 year by selling her one-on-one packages and a group program, a single group program run 4 times in the year. This is what she has to say. I'm not going to read it through for you. You can read it. The whole idea was that instead of trying to come up with different $100 packages or $100 sessions, I helped her map it all out so that she had just 2 core offerings and 1 group program, 3 things. Okay, just 3 things. And I showed her how to stack it up, when to launch what, when to advertise what should be her marketing content, and how she could create those 6 figures within 1 year. It's totally doable. It's very practical. And what another client said about our session is that she could no longer hide behind that it was not possible for her. She now saw how it was possible for her, and she had to step up and let go of her fear to make it happen. How many of you are feeling that resistance in the pit of your stomach right now as I talk about 5 figures and 5-figure months and 6-figure years? Raise your hand if you have that feeling of dread, or are you filled with excitement? Please share. Okay. Now, here's a couple of other client examples that I wanted to share with you. Again, this is not to brag, but to show you what is possible for you. One of my clients, Ula, had been struggling to sell $100 packages in her first year of business. She had done quite a few group of big name programs, and yet it wasn't taking her business forward. We worked together for about 6 months, completely revamped her business, and she went from struggling to selling $100 packages that no one would buy to having clients eagerly queuing up for her $2,500 packages. And within those few months that we were working together, she booked 7 high-end speaking engagements, in 3 of which she was the keynote speaker. Another client had been struggling, had given up a high-profile corporate career and was teaching kids chemistry tutor. Within 3 months of working together, I helped her double her rates and start having and create packages. So she used to charge chemistry tutoring by the hour. So I helped her double her rates, create packages, sell out her current open sessions, and start a wait list. That's the power of having stacked offers things that offer more value to your clients and to your bottom line. Make sense? Do you guys get what I'm saying? And why stacked offers, especially higher end ones, can help you reach your 5-figure mark easier? Ladies, I get very scary when the chat box goes silent. I get very scared. I wonder if I put everyone to sleep. Okay, Wendy says anticipation. Michelle says she alternates between the two. I'm guessing that's between the dread and the excitement. Okay, I'm so glad to know you ladies are still with me, okay? But what I really, really want to know, I've been rambling, I've been going on and on for a long time. Does this give you an idea of how you can turn things around in your business and get out of that startup mode? What it really takes is for you to commit to a vision, to commit to that 5-figure goal, create a strategy. I've shown you how you can structure your business offerings, your packages, and then get things done, right? Should be easy peasy, correct? But then if you've been in business for a while, you also know that it's not in the knowing, it's in the doing. How many of you get what I mean when I say that? Business is that 1,000-piece jigsaw puzzle. You have to figure out which piece goes where and how. And honestly, the whole thing is much, much easier if you have help, if you have the right kind of support to help you through. And that's why I've specifically designed the More Bootcamp to make sure that I take care of, that I address all of the common hurdles, all of the common drawbacks that other programs have. The More Business Bootcamp is not like any other program out there. It is, even if I say so myself, I must admit it's quite a revolutionary program. It's a program designed to help you implement things, implement the right things at the right time in your business. Now, just bear with me. I'm going to talk about this for 2 minutes. And after that, we will put the winner for the share challenge. And for those of you who would like to hang on, I will choose 2 random people to talk to about your offers and how to create stacked offers for your business. Okay. So the More Business Bootcamp, I've designed it specifically to support you through this entire journey. The focus is on creating a solid foundation of your business, doing the right things in the right time, in the right way, so that you're effectively working smarter, not harder. I don't know if you guys can see this written right here. Working smarter, not harder. Okay. This program, it's a 12-week high-impact, high-touch group program, maximum 20 women only. We already have quite a few women on board. We start next Monday. So if you have decided that 2018 is the year you turn your business around and step out of startup, get out of that stuckness, ditch the overwhelm, and actually grow your business, then now's the time for you to join this. You can get the details at this link. I will share them in the chat box as well. So those of you who want can go and check it out. Okay. The idea is to help you stop chasing shiny objects, overcome the imposter syndrome, no more struggle, no more confusion, and instead help you create more impact, more clients, more money in your business, and more time, more freedom and control in your life, because business and life are intertwined. I do not believe you can treat them as separate entities. They come together. What happens in your life impacts your business. What happens in your business impacts your life. They are intertwined. So I make sure that you're able to grow both, to create that business so that your business supports your life, not detracts from it. Okay. Now, this is a very different model in that I don't just teach you what to do. I don't just show you how to do it. I do it with you. In the More Bootcamp, I either co-create for you or I do it for you. There are 2 levels that you can sign up for. But in either case, you will walk away with a solid business model, smart stacked offers, okay? The kind of offers that we just discussed. So you have an entry level one, a mid priced one, and a highest tier. A 6-month marketing plan with detailed action steps, and all the marketing content created, done and created. If you sign up for the silver level, I will not just show you how to create your marketing content. I will review it, I'll give you feedback, and I will co-create it for you. If you sign up for the platinum level, I will personally create all of your marketing content for you. Everyone will also get a professionally designed website. Yes, I know, I love websites, but I also know that you need a solid website to establish your online presence. So when clients come looking for you, they can see who you are, what you do, and all that you stand for, so that they feel that connection with you. Your first funnel, everything from your freebie, the email sequences followed up, and promotional posts, everything, we will create that together. Systems and processes, because by the time you get here, I mean, once you have your website, your marketing content, your funnels all set up, you need to be able to leverage them. You don't want to be stuck doing endless admin work. You need to have those systems and processes in place. So we do that as well. And one of the things that women get stuck with often is sales conversations. So there is 1 week devoted entirely to sales conversations, and we will actually be practicing in the group sales conversations, how to take people from your Facebook Lives or free discovery call or paid intro sessions to your higher end packages. What you should say, how you should say it, and whether you should say it at all. I will also show you, I think in week 11 or 12, how to create more visibility, how to get featured in large-scale magazines and publications, so that you can not just up your visibility and your authority factor, but drive more traffic to your website as well. So if you see, this kind of covers everything that you really need to grow your business. A solid model, a marketing plan, a funnel, all your marketing content, your website and online presence, sales, traffic, funnels, everything. Over 12 weeks, I help you create a really solid foundation on which to create those 5-figure months. How we roll, again, this program is not like any other out there. Start of every week, I send you streamlined video lessons, short video lessons, 5 to 10 minute lessons, so you can quickly grasp the concepts of that week and go out and implement them. During the week, you go out and do the work. End of each week, we have group coaching sessions where I ask you how and what you did over the week. You get to ask me any kind of questions you have. And more importantly, I review what you've done, the content you've created, the way you've had conversations, everything that you've done, and give you personalized feedback. Since this is a small group program, only 20 women, what it means that each one of you gets my individual attention. Okay. Every 4th week is going to be an implementation week, because yes, life happens. We are going to be creating a website and a whole lot of content in this program. Life happens. So every 4th week, you'll have no new lessons and assignments, but instead get time to catch up on whatever we've covered prior to that. We will have a co-implementation session like this on Zoom, 2 hours, you and me. So while you're working, if any questions come up, you get to ask me, you get to get my feedback immediately. And yes, there will be a private Facebook community for support. Now, all of this is only for 6 payments of $297. So you get 12, you get video lessons, you get scripts and templates, you get a website, you get help to create all of your marketing content, you get 12 group coaching calls with me, you get 3 2-hour each co-working sessions, all of that for less than the price of a single one-on-one session with me. So if you like my style of working, if you like my way of building a business, trust me, this is the best way to work with me. You get to learn the basics. I like to make clients independent. I don't want you to be dependent on me forever. I want to teach you a certain way of thinking, a certain way of doing, a certain way of being, of standing in your own power and helping your clients stand in their own power. I believe in empowering you. After this, you shouldn't really have to come back to me unless you're launching your six-figure launch or a course or something like that. Okay. Ladies, if you have questions, please share in the comment box. Happy to answer your questions around this. And I do not know why Zoom is now showing me the comment box. Don asks, is this US or AU? So Don, this is USD. Marlene asks, what if you already have a website? If you already have a website, look, in this program, I include a website in a box installation for you. So you can choose to have that on one of your subdomains or something, or once you see the package, once you see the website in a box, I don't know, some of you may already be familiar with my website in a box. The way it is designed for connection and conversion. So take a look at it. I am like 99% sure you will want to update your site. But if you still have a question about it, PM me after this call. I can show you the designs and then you can take a call about it. Okay? Okay. Now, there are some of you I know would want more one-on-one time. Some people prefer one-on-one sessions to go deeper than a group program can offer. So for those of you, I have a gold package, which includes 6 one-on-one deep dive sessions with me. And it includes 6 extra group coaching calls. There are only 10 spots available for this gold package. And everyone who signs up will get an extra 6 group coaching calls, plus of course, 6 one-on-one sessions with me. I will also be bundling in my website bootcamp and content marketing bootcamp. So the website bootcamp gives you extra instructions, step-by-step videos on how to create your brand, how to write your copy, how to edit your pages, how to do all of the techie things behind the scenes for your website and other integrations. Okay? So for those of you who feel that you are tech challenged or need more tech handholding, website bootcamp is the way to go. Content marketing bootcamp helps you create. Now we will do a lot of content creation in this program, in the More bootcamp itself. But if you feel you want that extra level of support, then the content marketing bootcamp will provide this more copywriting and content marketing support. The gold level is at $497 per month. And I know, yes, some of you did reach out to me saying that you just want to outsource it all. You just want someone to do it all for you. If that's you, then sign up for the platinum level. Yes, you will get the lessons. Yes, you will get the group coaching calls. Yes, you will get the personalized feedback and all of that in the silver and gold levels. But you will also have me do it all for you. Only 3 spots available in the platinum program. I forgot to mention that here. But it includes everything done for you. A professional designed rebrand, carefully crafted copy, a total website makeover, content created for you. Details of what kind of marketing content are all on the site. You can check it out. But basically, your entire funnel from your freebie, your email sequences, your marketing posts, all of that created for you and set up and installed for you. Okay. So everything that you need to create your visual branding, to create your online presence, done for you. Now, there's only 3 spots, starting $8,997, can be customized depending on what you need. If that's you, then please reach out to me. Any questions so far, ladies? Okay. If you have any questions, just send me a PM or you can schedule a call to talk to me. Note that we start next Monday, so you have to act fast, quick. The universe likes inspired action. If you've been on the fence, if you've been thinking about that 2018 is the year you turn your business around. If you've been dreaming and wanting to get out of startup and start creating those consistent 5-figure months in your business, this is the time to act. And, honestly, this, I think, is the best way that I can support you right now. Because in one-on-one sessions, I can teach you the strategy, I can tell you what to do, but I can't quite hold your hand through every step of the way. So if you're still new to business, if you've been in that startup, chances are you need that extra hand-holding. And that's why a group program of this sort, where every week I give you personalized feedback, I review all of your content, your copy, and everything that you're doing. This helps you learn along with the process and helps me hold your hand through it all. And my son is peeping in. I think he wants to join the More Bootcamp, is it? Give me 5 minutes. Okay, ladies, any questions, just PM me or schedule a call. And if you know other women who could benefit from this, if you believe in the value that I'm providing, and if you know other women who could do with this level of support, please connect us. Please tell them about the More Bootcamp. Okay. Okay. Now, who would like to review, who has questions about stacked offers or would like me to give some feedback about the stacked offers? Please raise your hand in the chat box and I will choose 2 people at random to help through. And before I forget, I also had to pick the winner for the share challenge. Let me quickly share my screen. At the screen. Yes, thank you for the reminder, Jasmine. Can you guys see my screen? So I ran a quick share challenge to my list the other day, asking them to share with people who they think would benefit from this webinar. So we have a couple of entries. We have about 25 entries. Let's do this. Random number. How many entries do we have? 25. Let me refresh this page. 1 minute. Okay, so let's choose a random number up till 25, generate. Number 15. Okay, let's see who's the lucky number 15. Lindsay, are you online right now? Quickly checking in. No, I don't think she is, so I will reach out to her via email. So she is the lucky winner of a free one-on-one session with me, a 60-minute one-on-one session with me. And let me stop sharing and yes. So 2 people to discuss their stacked offers. Who wants in? So your stacked offer, if you're having trouble figuring out what your stacked offer should be or can be, or what to have at different levels, $100, $300, $3,000, etc., please raise your hand. Please post a comment in the chat box. I'm going to just close my eyes and choose and move my cursor somewhere. Okay. Okay, okay, my cursor landed on a question by Wendy. Wendy asks, I'm only soon to launch my first online course and don't have other products or services yet. I'm wondering if I'm too early for the More program. Wendy, the More program is designed to help you grow your one-on-one offers and group offers. It's not designed for a course launch. In November, I will be running a separate program to help you launch your course. So coming up next in September is a membership site for those of you in the really early stages of business. And then in November, I will be launching a program about launches. So stay tuned for that. The More program is more designed for one-on-one services and small group programs, such as this program itself. Okay, moving my cursor once again. Let's see, who do I get? Okay, Emma Jory. Emma, I'm going to unmute you and turn on your video. Okay, Emma, can you quickly, you're unmuted. Anyone who wants to leave, please go ahead. And thank you so much for joining me for this webinar. I'm sorry about the confusion in the time zone. I will be sending out the recording in about an hour. So if you've missed any part of it, and especially if you missed the starting where we did a beautiful visualization exercise, please go watch the replay. Those of you who'd like to see me, to see these discussions about your offers, please stay on. After Emma, I'll choose one other person. Okay, these will be quick 5 to 10 minute sessions. Okay, Emma, can you please go ahead and give I know the kind of work that you do, but for the others on, can you please give a quick intro to your work and then tell me your offers and we can talk through them.
So I have a membership based offer for Pilates online. Clients can actually sign up monthly or annually. And I have a postnatal program, which is specifically for mums who've had babies or need to strengthen pelvic floor muscles. And that's at $97. But I do add on the membership onto that. So they do the 3-month program for $97, and then they're automatically signed up for the membership after that to keep going. And the membership is $19 a month, or it's $157 a year.
Okay. So you kind of know what I'm going to say, don't you?
Yes.
How will this help you get to those 5-figure months?
Yeah, it's interesting because I tried to do I suppose like a case study promotion for coaching with my online postnatal program with some mums, and I had heaps of people interested. Like I put an advert out in a mums group and they all wanted to sign up, think it was free. Then I said it would be just $10, like it's a small price, you know, and not many of them wanted to take it up.
You priced it at $10 and they didn't want to take it up?
Yeah, that was like $15 a private session, I think it was. $15 online coaching in a small group. So I'm thinking, wow, if they won't even pay $15, but obviously that was a group that I advertised it for free too. So I don't know. I mean, that was a very different approach. I can't compare it to what you're saying because I haven't actually promoted it in a way.
Have you done any one-on-one work?
I do all the time. I teach my clients face-to-face all the time. I run classes and also, well, not privates anymore, but generally classes.
So do you see, in all of this, you talked about your membership site, you talked about your online program for $97. Why didn't you mention the face-to-face work?
It's because I guess I'm focusing on the online. That's where I want to move more to. So yeah, I just but yeah, I kind of don't count them in the whole scenario.
Why not? I think it's important to realize that the work that you do offline and online, I mean, you're not two different people, right?
That's it.
It's just an extension. It's just the way you're interacting with people that's different. So the same thing that you're doing in your face-to-face sessions, you could be doing online.
Yes,
right?
which I do. Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, like
you tried to do the same thing, but those women didn't respond, right? Even for a $15 session. How much do you charge for face-to-face sessions?
Well, I'm in Malaysia and it's not expensive here at all. It's 40 ringgit, which is about the same price per person. That's in a face-to-face session. That's a small group of like 8 women. But I think, new mums are a hard one to be able to pin down as well. I don't know if that's a tough market to, that's my voice.
New moms need care. New moms could do with Pilates lesson because I can't tell you the amount of internal issues we have immediately after delivery. There is a bunch of stuff happening inside your body that you're not quite aware of, and you want things to fall in place. You want your body to get back to the way it used to be. It's an intense emotional thing. So new moms would love all the support they can get. Now, when you're
I'm just
saying that people didn't sign up for your one-on-one sessions online, it could be more likely than not that you're talking to the wrong people. There are people who will say $15 is too much. And there are also people who would happily pay you $150 for personalized one-on-one attention. It is about connecting to the right people. After this, if you remind me to send you one of my articles where I talk about building an audience versus connecting with your target market. An audience is people who just want freebie and keep listening to you, and they're not quite ready to invest in themselves. They don't yet value their time and energy enough to pay for specialized attention and care.
Yep.
The target market is people who actually realize the value of what you're bringing. Okay. So from where I stand, your online and your offline come together. I don't see them as separate. And I do see that you can easily stack your offers. If you're from America, right? Australia, sorry. So I'm sure that in Australia, there are new moms who would happily pay you $100 an hour to coach them through Pilates exercises to strengthen their pelvic floor and pull in their tummy. There are also moms who would happily sign up for a $1,000 package for 12 weeks of one-on-one attention with you. Right?
Yep.
Right? So if you could sign up 10 such women, you have your 10K month.
Yep.
So then your focus becomes where and how can you connect with new moms? And it doesn't have to be necessarily new moms. I think all moms. My son is almost 10-year-old, but I know that I could do with some kind of that exercise.
Absolutely.
So you could target moms everywhere to help them strengthen their pelvic floor, strengthen their core, bring in their ab, straighten their posture, and increase more energy. Because what they want really is not a stronger pelvic floor or stronger core. They want to feel energetic in their body again. And if you can promise that, if you can help deliver that kind of transformation, then it's just a matter of connecting with the women who'd be willing to pay you $1,000 for it.
Sure.
And for example, if you can get your way into Hollywood celebrity circles, right? If it were, I don't know who's the latest Hollywood celebrity having a baby or recently had a baby. Like for Beyonce, example, Beyonce would happiply pay you $10,000 for if you can show her the results, if you can prove to her that you can help her regain her body post-baby, she would happily pay you $10K. So do you see? When I mentioned that when you go to higher end offers, you have to shift your target market a bit. Okay. So this give you a bit of an idea on how you can stack your offers and the target market you should be looking at.
Definitely.
And then you won't have to work so hard and work 24/7 launching a $19 membership site.
Yeah, exactly.
Make sense?
Good. Yeah, that's good.
Okay, hope that helps. Emma, I'm going to mute you and move my mouse around randomly again. Okay. Leela, are you still on? Yes. So I'm Leela Davis. I'm going to unmute you and ask you to start your video.
Hi, Richa.
Hello. Yes. Okay, Leela.
How are you?
I am good. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks.
Okay. Can you quickly describe to the group the work that you do and then give me an idea of your current packages and your questions around them?
Yeah, sure. So look, I'm a psychotherapist and I primarily work one-to-one, but where I'm interested in Facebook and building my business. So I'm not really interested in building that side of the business, the one-to-one sessions. I've got enough of that and I actually want to limit them. But what I would like to do is build my retreat business. So I've been running retreats in Bali and also weekend retreats for women who are interested in growth and transformation. And as I'm listening to you, I'm thinking, I really haven't niched. I haven't got my target market right, which is why in Facebook, I find it really hard to get any traction.
So, Leila, two things here. One thing you said that you want to limit your one-on-one time. do you see how stacked offers or higher value and higher priced one-on-one sessions would help you do that? Provide deeper, more intense transformation with a limited set of clients.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
And now coming to your retreats, the thing with retreats is you can't really have a lower end retreat. Well, you can, actually you can.
You can have shorter retreats. So I do weekends and I do
a weekend retreat.
So there are lower end, yeah.
Yeah, so a weekend retreat, say a weekend retreat with $1,000 for a couple, that would be an entry point. But then you would need to work. The thing with a retreat is that you have fixed costs. You have to pay for the place, you have to pay for the food, you have to pay for other things. So there is a fixed cost versus one-on-one services where you don't really have a fixed cost. So when you price a retreat, you have to make sure that you factor in the fixed cost and have a profit on top of it. And that profit should be something that makes your effort and energy worthwhile.
Absolutely.
Right? So you could have a weekend couples retreat or a weekend retreat for two at say $1,000. You could have a more intensive retreat for say 10 days, and not just a generic retreat, but something tied into a theme. People who want transformation don't want generic transformation. They want specific results. If you can identify a core result that your retreat will deliver. For example, Dominique, you offer retreats related to the ancient civilizations. I think you recently ran a retreat related to ancient civilizations, right? Helping them connect to the energy of Lemura and Atlantis and all of those things. So when you have a specific retreat that has a certain end goal, which is beyond feeling good, it was connecting to the ancient civilizations. It suddenly streamlines your marketing. It helps you offer a certain result. And thereby offering that results, you can charge appropriately for it. Make sense?
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. Oh yeah, absolutely. And I think that's exactly where I'm at the moment, is articulating what it is exactly that I do. And I know that I want to work with groups of women, and I do know what it is that I offer, and I do know who the target market are. It's difficult to actually articulate it. And then there's a big leap from being in an online world to working in person. And really, I guess that's where I want to be, is working in person with groups rather than online with groups. And whether I need to think about getting some sort of ladder going where I'm doing groups online that will build to something bigger, that's probably where it needs to go. Mm-hmm. And in fact, I've started that. So I'm actually offering a free once a month Sunday morning connection just around doing the heart coherence meditation and having sort of a group share after that. And that's going really well. People are really enjoying it. Whether it will leverage up to, people coming to retreats.
The thing with working with local groups is that you're limited to the local population. I don't know exactly where you live, but the difference between working local gives you a smaller pool of people to reach out to. Once you go online, it gives you a larger pool. And like you said, you could work with this larger pool and then lead it into a smaller pool. For example, if you work online to get people for your retreats, and if you advertise your retreats with enough lead time, people would be willing to travel, provided they see the value in their retreat. So they'd be willing to travel. Your marketing is online, but your delivery is in person during those retreats.
Yeah, and actually that happened with the last Bali retreat. I had one lady who came from Bangkok. So people will come from all over not to a weekend, but to a more lengthy retreat. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So I think before we can figure out your stacked offers or your stacked retreat, it comes down to getting a bit more clearer on your vertical.
What do you mean, the vertical?
The vertical of where you want to offer. So what is the core result you're going to promise them through these retreats and through your work?
Yeah.
So I think that would require more one-on-one. See if you want to schedule in a separate call with me, or see if you want to jump into the More Bootcamp, because in that bootcamp, in the More Bootcamp, I will help you do that. The week 1 is all about alignment, making sure that all of these things fall in place. Week 2 is about creating your business model. So the catch will be your willingness to be able to commit to one option, to one business model.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's take
look, it
this.
sounds.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, it sounds great. The thing sounds great. I'm not sure that I'm quite ready to start, but maybe in the next round. But yeah, it's daunting. It's daunting, I think, because I've already got so much happening, and then the thought of kind of trying to do all this stuff as well feels quite daunting.
Here's the thing. I see people sign up for all kinds of big name courses, and then life happens, and then things don't get done. The reason the website bootcamp is designed this way is to make sure you take action. I hold you accountable. But the thing is, you have to be willing to commit, to get over your fear, and to do the work. It feels like more work at the starting, but once you go through this certain journey or this process, it simplifies things. My aim, my purpose in all of this is to simplify, to get you to stop doing all the busy work and instead focus on reaching those 5-figure months. So it is a personal call. It completely depends on whether or not you're ready to commit at this point of time, whether you're ready to commit to those 5-figure months at this point of time. And if not, totally okay. I understand people have different priorities in life. Heck, for the longest time, I could not focus on my business, and that's okay.
Yeah. No, it was really good to listen to what you were saying. It was really good listening to what you were saying, because I get this idea of the stacking. And I think I just need to think more about how I could translate that into an online thing, because without the online thing, it becomes very difficult. If I don't have an online thing to offer, then all the marketing in the world isn't going to create. Do you know what I mean?
You don't need an online thing. You need an online marketing. And you can use that to just offer your retreats, your group retreats, etc. Let's take this separately.
Another time. Sure.
Okay, ladies, this has been a really long call, and I've been thrilled and honored to have you here with me, especially those of you who stayed on. If you have any questions at all about the More Bootcamp, please feel free to send me a personal message or book in a call with me. And for those of you who feel that the More Bootcamp is not quite for you at this point of time, but you would like to get some one-on-one help with creating a stacked set of offers and figuring out the right kind of people to market it to, see if you want to book in a separate one-on-one. My one-on-ones are normally $300 an hour, but just for this replay, just for discussing your stacked set of offers, I'm happy to offer a one-on-one session at $197. I will send out the link to book along with the replay email. So keep a watch out for it if you would like more support with this. I have one small favor to ask of you before you leave. If you enjoy this call, if you enjoy this webinar, can you please send me a PM, a small message on Facebook or via email, letting me know that you enjoyed it and what you enjoyed most about it. I will be running a similar webinar again in a few months, and I would love to share your experience with other people so that they're inspired to join in. Because honestly, I think women don't look at the numbers enough. We shy away from the numbers, and just this small, quick look at the numbers, you could see whether or not your business is actually set up for success and what you need to tweak. It's given you ideas. I haven't been able to give you a complete solution, but it's given you ideas to get you started on the right track, hopefully. Okay. So if you can just share your experience of this webinar in a short email or direct message on Facebook, I would really, really appreciate that. Thanks for joining me, everyone, especially those of you who stayed on late and it's late night for you. Thank you so much for joining me. You have a good day, or a good evening, wherever you are. Bye-bye, everyone. Good night. Bye.